Hey guys, this is Papa Likes Comics coming to you once again from Goblins Heights in Hialeah, Florida for another Unboxing Comics. With me today is Juan Navarro. He is the co-owner of this comic book shop. He is a comic book author, illustrator, and creator. And I've asked him to join me today because I have here a shipment from CBCS. They had a special signing with Donnie Cates, Ryan Stegman, Scott Snyder, and Greg Capullo, and I sent this to them in April of last year, and it is now February of 2021, and the box arrived last week. I'm hoping everything is signed, and I'm hoping everything is graded. So let's open up and see what the grades came back. I know there's a couple of Batmans in here, and there's an absolute Carnage I think I sent in. So
it'll be just hilarious if it's like empty and just
yeah, it's like, just a bunch of like foam peanuts. It's like what the. All right, guys. We got multicolored.
That's the limit. That's the variant.
Yeah,
you got
that's
the variant bubble wrap.
We've got some green Earth
Oh, that's
stuff
the limited
there.
edition. This is the. They just used all the bubble wrap that they had.
Oh, they really packed this in. All right.
Well, it's better that they overdo it than they underdo it, right?
Yeah. Here we go.
That's 2 layers down.
Man, that is heavy duty.
Yeah.
All right, here's some paperwork that's here. Let's just toss this here. Okay. Aha. So, Batman issue number 6. It is signed by Snyder and Capullo. 9.8. This is the appearance of Talon and the Court of Owls.
Nice.
I want to show you that.
Nice.
All right, pretty sharp. I think this is their new case.
I think so too.
I think they know they made a big deal about new. It looks to me. It looks like this is their new case.
It looks thicker. It looks more substantial.
Yeah.
It looks like more.
Up there.
And is this? Let's see here. When this issues, Greg Capullo, Talon, and Cow. So yeah, it's not a first appearance, but that's a beauty.
Right. But we're going back in order. Now this is book 3 of also Batman, also signed by Snyder and Capullo. Go. Is this a variant cover? One of these is a variant cover. I'll check it. I'll check it now.
There's a Talon cameo on this one.
Okay. And this is, okay, so this is the first appearance of Talon. Also a 9.8. Hey, are these all 9.8s?
I think so.
I think so. All right, this is Batman issue number 2. I got these also pressed. This is the Jim Lee cover. Oh, Jim Lee retail incentive cover. Okay, so this is the incentive cover. This is Batman issue 1. This is the Van Sciver variant. Sciver?
Yeah.
I kill names. I'm
I
sorry,
think
guys.
The Miami.
Yeah,
Cuban. You're not the only one. John does it. I do it all the time. Today we said CGC 3 times differently wrong. I was like CDC, CGC,
CBS.
I was like, oh my god! I'm like, the grading company. We're like, so yeah.
Yeah. If I butchered anyone's name in these videos, I'm sorry. I'm just it's.
Okay, when have you heard of a Cuban named Van Sciver?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's right. Give me a Hispanic name and I'll get it pretty much. But
Rodriguez.
There we go. There. This is okay. This is Batman issue 1. The Van Sciver. Skyver. Coño. Skyver. And he's been controversial, I think.
Well, he's part of the Comicsgate community. He's been the one challenging a lot of things that are going on. He's more of a right-wing. I wouldn't say right-wing. He's not necessarily right-wing, but he did go into the whole Comicsgate controversy. He's very kind of anti-DC and what they were doing. He's been very vocal about it. I'm not a fan.
Okay.
He's been making a killing though, this comics.
Yeah, but that's not I don't know. That's not a marker for me to like grade, like say that's a great thing. A lot of people make money that are horrible. So
has he done anything mainstream? I mean, this,
he did the Green Lantern. He did Green Lantern for a while. He's a good artist. He's a great artist. I think he's pretty damn decent, and he's a really good storytelling. But not my thing, not my guy.
All right, and here is Dark Knight's Metal issue number 2. This is the first full appearance of Barbados. There you go. Barbados. Okay, so I remember, and if you guys, there's a video on the channel where I went through these books pre-selection, where I talked about this particular one, this foil cover.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I had doubts. I had doubts about how this thing was going to get pressed and signed and graded. I remember wiping fingerprints off it, and when I handled it, I got the fingerprints back on it, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
White glove treatment.
Because every the file, it's foil. Anytime you deal with foil, you are dealing. You got a 9.8. That's amazing, and it is in amazing shape. You have no spine ticks. There's no creases in the foil.
There's maybe a little ding down
9.8. I mean,
yeah.
You know,
I had doubts about this particular one, and they signed it, and I didn't know how the signature was gonna stay on. I don't know. Okay, I'm happy. I'm happy it's a 9.8. But
my one worry, and I just wonder how they do it when they sign it, if they're using Sharpie marker, because more and more stuff is coming out about how bad Sharpies are, especially the metal paint, especially because they'll fade over time, they yellow, they can't even damage the comic over time.
Wow.
And black Sharpie is even worse, because I actually stopped using recently in my artwork any black Sharpie. Sometimes I would use it for fill-in, sometimes it's just an easier way to do it, because it actually continues bleeding into the page. I just looked at some old artwork from mine. I mean, I'm talking from 08, 09. I was looking for some Tommy pages, and when I started looking at there's all this, I'm like, I almost thought it got wet. And I go, does this get wet because it's like bleeding through? I'm like, no, it's indie ink, but everything that was Sharpie, it would bleed, and it would also gray or like turn green and fade really nasty.
Really?
And this stuff that was stored in a portfolio and everything. So I wonder if they're using something different for the archive.
Because I know that CGC has a disclaimer when you send books in. And I'm kind of remembering what it said, but it mentions about signatures getting stuck to the inside of the plastic slab. And it got me thinking. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't notice this disclaimer before, so maybe something's going on with
paint marker. Then that means they might be using paint marker, and so some of those are fine, but they take a long time to dry. That's what we remember back in the 90s. That's what you signed with. Like if you wanted the McFarlane or somebody to sign that, it was that gold marker,
right, with the little ball inside.
And they would go like this 2 or 3 times because you didn't want it to spill. And then you sign it, and sometimes I remember I had a J. Scott Campbell signed book of Gen 13. And I'm like, man, my signature sucks because it's like broken. It's like you could tell it's like chipped off because the signature was like this, and I guess when they're handling the books and everything, it ended up chipping off. So because it's so thick and it didn't stick to the paper.
All right, yeah. I mean I don't know what I don't know what they're using here, and some of these are silver. So whose signature is this? This must be. Is that? I can't tell. That's Snyder. Snyder's black, and Capullo is like a silver.
Yeah.
All right, so those are the Batmans and the DC. So here is Absolute Carnage issue 1. This is the Midtown Comics exclusive cover, and the cover is done by Donny Cates. Now I bought this from Midtown Comics. I bought another edition that came already signed, that had a certificate of authenticity. But I wanted to get something slabbed and authenticated with both their signatures. So yeah, this is the Donny Cates cover for Absolute Carnage, and this is a cool story.
Yeah.
I remember this story. Is this the one that kicks off everything going on with Null? This is like the cult of Carnage, right?
Well, Absolute Carnage was like, just the beginning of it. I don't know about how much because at that time they still had those other books like Weapon Plus and some other ones that were, showing the Vietnam era, and the Spiral started coming out, and there was the first talks about Noah.
But this, I remember, and I did ask Donny Cates, was he in West Palm Beach?
Yeah.
That's where. You were there, right?
Yeah, I did the interview with him. I did the panel with him.
Okay, all right. Well, then I did ask, I had just read this, and I asked him where the story was going, and he said, can't talk about it.
He doesn't talk about it.
I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah. So there you have it. I mean, we've got all of them came back as 9.8s.
Good job on your part.
I'm like a little surprised, dude. I'm a little suspicious. I'm like, really?
This is the one that says surprised. This being a foil cover. just yeah, man. Anything that's foil, anything like that, and they're clean, they're crisp, they're beautiful.
Yeah, this is the Court of Owls storyline.
It's so funny because I'm like, well, they're recent books. No, they're not, from 2011, 2000. You know, like these are 10 years old. You know, 2012, 2011, 2012, 2017.
I think
but there's a foil. That's a bastard. You know, so yeah, man.
And the dark and this what year was this? Dark Knights. This was
2017.
2017. Okay, so this what kicked off the whole death metal thing, I think.
Well, the beginning of it.
The beginning.
Like, it was really Teen Titans 12 that did that. That was the first appearance of Batman Who Laughs.
Oh, okay.
Gets into Batman Who Laughs, gets into Dark Knight Metal.
Yeah.
That's when they started. But that was the one that started with the, you know, introducing the universe and getting into the godliness and a little craziness.
That Teen Titans is a hot book now.
Yeah, that's the first appearance of Batman Who Laughs. So that's like a huge book right now.
So, and then the Court of Owls story was a great story. I really liked it. I think they might develop it, hopefully, one day into something.
I was just thinking about that now.
At least as an animation, as a cartoon.
Not only that, I'm like, you know, and it just goes to show, like, DC is just sitting on so many things that they could make the fans so excited.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, you know, you look at Marvel and WandaVision and any little Easter egg, and people are playing it 3-4 times in a row.
Yeah, analyzing every frame.
DC could do that so fast and so much fun. In any of their movies, all you need is like one hint of like the Batman Who Laughs, or one hint of like the Talon, and there's talk about already in the next movie that Talon might show up.
Really?
The Robert Pattinson one.
Oh, okay.
So there's like talk about it, but of course it's all speculation, so who knows? And it's just like, dude, just give us a little, like, just give us a little bone. Throw me a bone, and we'll be happy. You know?
All right. Well,
but this is great. Dude.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm happy they came back, and I'm happier that they came back signed and graded. So I wanna thank Juan for being with me today and this great unboxing of these great books.
I'm gonna rob you afterwards.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just walk away right now. And all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. And remember, on this channel, there's a review of the books that I did. That I went through them, and I'll link it at the end of this video. I'll link that video so you guys can check it out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.